Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow, straight from the barrio, coming with the heat from the street, coming with the boom bip to the line ass lips. You know what I'm saying? And the facts to crack backs. This is PBNN Point Black National News, the late and the great edition, as we see. Now today we're gonna talk a little bit, before we go in, and we was talking today on I guess 90.1, and there were some people out there talking, and the comment I gave, he was saying that, it's not appropriate to say it and appropriate to do this and appropriate to do that. But we can't do that no more. You see what I'm saying? Because many of our troubles that we face is head on. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's white lives matter, black lives matter, orange lives matter, or whoever matter. But we do know that black people lives matter. Even Malcolm X said it. Malcolm X said when he started his new party, he said that white people can join in and help, but the main issue of his political stance that he was facing and creating, was about his black people first. And you know what I'm saying? And he kept a certain understanding of that in itself. But we have to understand that, many things that were done by our people for liberation, many times were infiltrated in many ways. There's many conspiracies that go deep into the control of the mentality of black people in itself. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to our political stance and power, or more power in a political stance and gaining power within the country as black people, because they had used religion and these different mind frames of people. It doesn't matter how you look at it, because when you even look at an individual that may not be, religious in any form, he might still have an ideology of that he heard from others, that black people are this, black people are that, black people are this, even in the Bible, black people are cursed, yada yada yada. He might got that from whoever he's been around, or those who he may have been in conversation with, and those who just straight up hate black people. It doesn't matter what the facts are. You know what I'm saying? But one thing we can do now in these times, in the political understanding of what it is, excuse me, that we must achieve in our fight for full liberation and full freedom of African people all over the world. Because we even seen tragical incidents of, even when you look down in South Africa, in Ghost Town, we see pure chaos. You know what I'm saying? And many things like that is going on in many ways. We do not see no full liberation or full unity of the growth and the overstanding, unless it's within certain realms of overstanding. It doesn't matter what city, it could be Chicago, Detroit, wherever. You know what I'm saying? Even with Blackfoot and what's going on with her when Trump offered to help. And many things like that that we see. We're not here to only solely talk about, the injustice and certain things and this and that. We could talk about that all day. But one thing that people's going to have to understand now is that you have the power to stand up and use that power and push all the way through. Until we understand that, there is no getting around many of the top uh, topics that are ailing our people. You know what I'm saying? In many ways, we have to look at this thing from a perspective to understand that black people, first of all, have to get their rights, their power, their grip in this country if you're going to remain here. Because if you don't, then what are you waiting for will be catastrophe in the long run. So, we don't want to go down that road anymore, so many would say. But and when we look at the violence and the crimes and the different things that went on in this election, within the years that just passed, it showed the world how corrupted our government is in many ways. It might not be the best government in the world, but it showed the corruption at a high level. Even when we look at big tech don't care about my views. They don't care about me saying anything. They don't care about me doing a goddamn things based on that. They could be looking at me right now. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, we still have to see the fact that this is what they do in order to control the narrative in people. So when you see people wearing a t-shirt saying white lives matter, it don't offend me in no no shape or form for various reasons. Number one, if a black person wear the shirt, then that's him. That has nothing to do with the majority of us who know what we're dealing with. Just because somebody wear a Black Lives Matter shirt does not mean that that also influence every single step behind that organization in itself. You see what I'm saying? Many people do not want to um, be in that. Coming with another one.